The last design element in this series is not an element in itself per se, but rather having a group of people in positions of responsibility who understand the importance of how to design a city for cyclists, how to design a more livable city for everybody who lives there. Copenhagen, we have been incredibly lucky to have had almost an entire generation of planners and politicians who have understood the importance of re-establishing the bicycle on the urban landscape and making the city a nicer place to live. We have now risen to the current levels of 36% of all Copenhageners arriving in the city of Copenhagen to their workplaces or their places of education on bicycles. But how do we keep on moving forward? That is the question. The current climate at Copenhagen City Hall is not really conducive to improving conditions for getting more people onto bicycles. Over 1/3 of all short trips of under 5 kilometers in this city are still done in automobiles. We've had a policy for many years of removing car parking, 2 to 3% of it every single year, not just for bicycles, but for creating more livable spaces, planting trees. Last year, the Lord Mayor of Copenhagen decided to put back in 1,700 parking spots almost overnight, reversing really what was almost a decade of policy. And this is in a city where only 29% of the households actually own a car. Is there a need for 1,700 new parking spots? The latest fantastic idea coming out of City Hall is to create a harbor tunnel underneath Copenhagen Harbor. If there's one thing that we've learned from 100 years of traffic engineering, that is if you create more space for cars, more cars will come. There's a lot of work to be done to make this city more livable, better for pedestrians, better for cyclists, encouraging families to stay in the city instead of moving out to the suburbs. Good, modern, visionary political will is the foundation for recreating our livable cities. It's not just about Copenhagen or Amsterdam anymore. There are cities out there who are moving forward rapidly, and there are politicians leading these cities towards the new paradigm, the modern, livable city. The mayor of Paris, for example, Delanoë, he has done amazing work over the past few years, putting in a fantastic bike share system, putting in 30-kilometer-an-hour zones. There's a mayor in Montreal, Luc Ferrandez, trying to plan this city for the next 100 years instead of using inspiration from the past 100 years. Copenhagen is ahead of the curve. It's a city that inspires many other cities around the world, but we have to maintain a leadership, inspiring other politicians to think differently, to think about the new paradigm. At the end of the day, for all this talk of bicycles as transport in Copenhagen and cities around the world, it really has nothing to do with the bicycle at all. The bicycle is merely a powerful symbol for what is possible in changing a city to become more livable. What we're doing in our work, what people are doing all around the world, is much more important. I like to think that the greatest monument that we've ever erected in Copenhagen and in Denmark is the bicycle infrastructure network that allows all of these people to ride bicycles safely and calmly throughout the city on all of their daily errands, to work and back, to the schools, to the supermarkets. This is a modern monument, and this is one that cities and citizens around the world should be working hard to erect. This is nothing less than monumental motion.